Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. Topping our news at this hour, a child has died after being accidentally shot by a sibling in Bradenton.
This happened at a home on 12th Avenue West just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us now live from the scene with more. Bobeth.
Well, Scott and Haley, I'm in front of that home, and right now the area is completely carted off. You can't get by, and detectives continue to comb around the building looking for evidence and in and out the front door, bringing out bags of what we also believe to be evidence. Now, here's what we know so far. As you said, one of the children involved in this incident was pronounced dead. Now, it all began around 1 p.m. today when 911 dispatchers say they received a call reporting a shooting. Now, officers arrived on scene to find the person shot was a juvenile and the suspect was his brother. Now, the incident took place inside the home, and according to the Bradenton Police Department, detectives have been investigating and interviewing family members and witnesses. And so far, it appears that the incident was all an accident. Officials say the boy was shot in the head, and when they arrived, they performed some emergency medical services, and then he was immediately transported to Manatee Memorial Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Now, this entire ordeal has neighbors questioning what happened.
You don't want it to happen to you, anyone you know, any of my nephews, quite a few of them over there, or nieces, or anybody. You don't want it to happen to anyone, even to your worst enemy.
I think it's very heartbreaking, and this should be put up. If the kid found the gun, it should be put up safely. But I think it's very hard on the family and the kid.
All right, just as a recap, I'm here outside of a home off 12th Avenue West and 3rd Street West in Bradenton, where a child has been shot. It appears that his sibling was the shooter, and it was all an accident involving the children playing with a gun. Now, the Bradenton Police Department has come out and says this incident should be used as a reminder to those who own weapons that they should actually put them away just in case something like this could happen again. All right, back to you.
All right, Bobeth, thank you. New at 6, Manatee County Animal Services worker is facing an animal cruelty charge after he reportedly left a dog in a hot van overnight. Manatee County Sheriff's investigators say on May 17th, Frederick Browning picked up 3 dogs during his shift. 2 of the dogs had died before he picked them up. When his shift ended, he dropped the 2 dead dogs off at Animal Services in Palmetto, but then left that 3rd dog that was still alive inside the van. It was found dead by another employee the next day. An investigation revealed the dog died of heat stroke. Browning told investigators he was in a rush and forgot to get the dog. Since then, Animal Services has a new policy where a second worker will inspect vehicles after they return to the shelter. By the way, Browning has resigned from Animal Services.
A long-running legal battle between the city of Sarasota and the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida over homelessness is now over. Today, a federal judge approved a settlement between the city and the ACLU. The vice president of the ACLU filed a lawsuit against the city 2 years ago on behalf of 6 homeless people. The lawsuit claimed officers violated the Constitution by citing the homeless for sleeping outdoors. Under a joint stipulation, the city is now required to provide access and beds to those without shelter. If beds are not available, the homeless cannot be punished for sleeping outdoors. The city also agrees to pay the plaintiffs $1,000. Years after it was first designed, an affordable housing complex in Venice still has not been built.
City officials say money is holding the project up. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley explains.
Good evening. On this empty field, there is supposed to be an entire condo unit for those on a fixed income, but as you can see, there's nothing there. 10 years ago, this is what stood here. 2-story, affordable homes called Grove Terrace.
They were old, run down, deteriorated, and finally condemned.
The buildings had to be torn down and the residents had to go.
All the people that were living in the subsidized housing at that time left. Now, they were given vouchers.
The plan at the time was to build a 2-phase, brand new complex for anyone who couldn't afford much rent. 10 years later, only 1 phase has been completed, but it's for ages 62 and up. it does nothing to help the younger families who work full-time jobs.
Some have, unfortunately, have some income, but not enough to sustain themselves in what we would call a traditional lifestyle.
Only a few hundred feet from where this project is supposed to be built, you can see clear evidence that several people are right now living underneath the Venice Avenue Bridge. If they could even afford a small income, the project would help them. But the project is run through the federal government's Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. It would take about $11.6 million to build Phase 2, but that money is set aside in a lottery system that each year Venice keeps losing. If ever they win that lottery system, all Venice needs is an additional $650,000 and the project can begin. During budget talks this week, the City of Venice agreed to pay a large portion of the remaining $650,000, but there is still no guarantee that HUD will fund the project. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. After making landfall on the Gulf Coast, Tropical Storm Cindy has been downgraded now to a tropical depression. The storm hit the border near Louisiana and Texas early this morning, bringing strong surf, heavy rain, and damaging winds to the region. More rain and flooding is possible and expected from the coast to as far north as the Ohio Valley, and a possible tornado has hit in Alabama.
Most of this damage was in this commercial area, and the ones that were injured received very minor injuries, and so there's no serious injuries to report and no loss of life. I was grateful for that, and in addition to that, I was also very just amazed by the degree of damage in such a short period of time.
Again, you heard there at least one person was injured during that possible twister that did some damage there.
And now for a check on our weather here, which is much different. We actually are now seeing a lot more sun than we've seen in the last few days. Let's head over to Bob.
Yeah, and a line of storms, Haley, coming right at us. So some people not getting much sun right now. And getting back to Cindy right now, you can see it's over the northwestern portion of Louisiana. There's the area of low pressure. It is a tropical depression. It's expected to move off to the northeast. Now, there had been a tornado watch in place for Mississippi and Alabama, a very large area. That has since been dropped now. There's a small area that is under the potential for tornadoes through the next couple of hours, and that's in the southwestern portion of Alabama and extreme northwestern portions of the panhandle of Florida. Well, there's that line I mentioned, an intense line of showers and a few thunderstorms in the mix there. You can see that activity rather intense now, moving from Punta Gorda through Port Charlotte, and tough boating conditions down in Charlotte Harbor, near Northport and near Warm Mineral Springs, and also all the way up toward Lakewood Ranch. These showers are progressing toward the northwest, although the sea breeze is holding them off, so we could see some pretty heavy rainfall causing some ponding of water along the streets there. US 41, quite a few lightning strikes there near Northport and near Warm Mineral Springs. And up the coast we go, right there near Fruitville and I-75 toward Lakewood Ranch. Get ready for this as it moves on in the next half hour. And Parrish, you could see a little bit of activity as well. Not much going on along the immediate coast right now, but that may change over the next hour or so. Well, more on our forecast for the rest of the work week coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. With thousands of spectators expected to take to Lido Beach next weekend for the boat races, some residents worry about the damage they could cause. In the past, visitors have trampled on sand dunes, damaging the vegetation and making the beach more susceptible to erosion. This July 4th weekend upcoming, Sarasota County and the Lido Key Residents Association have a game plan. They are posting signs and putting ropes up around the dunes, along Benjamin Franklin Parkway. Temporary fencing will go up along the sides of the dune system near the beach and the parking lots. The Lido Key Residents Association is also looking for volunteers to direct visitors to the right pathways away from the dunes.
Some people who live near Bradenton's GT Bray Park are asking the county to keep a closer watch on weekend softball tournaments that are threatening thousands of dollars in property damage to nearby homes. Illegal use of the park's open space has led to several softballs flying over a tree line and then hitting those nearby townhomes. The park recently put up signs to deter rule breakers, but homeowners say the players rarely notice them. The county admits there's a communication glitch between the Parks and Recreation staff and softball tournament directors.
Open play is very difficult to manage. That happens where folks decide upon themselves to do something that's inappropriate, and we don't always have a staff member on site.
You wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning with the ping of a bat hitting a softball, and you just cringe and wait to hear the thump of the ball hitting the roof.
The County Parks Department is reviewing its budget to either hire more staff or enhance the buffers between the fields and nearby homes. Still to come in your Suncoast News.
Beachgoers need to beware why a no swim advisory is now in effect at a popular spot in Sarasota County.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live in the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Save big during the 4th of July clearance and pay no interest for 48 months with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase double reclining sofa for only $4.99. This special purchase white Florida bedroom for $5.99 and the matching nightstand is free. This special purchase Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen set for $3.99. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellington.
And save big.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
A no swim advisory is now in effect for the Venice Fishing Pier and Service Club Park due to bacteria. Water quality testing showed the amount of bacteria in the water is outside of acceptable limits. The beaches will remain open, but wading, swimming, and water recreation is not recommended as long as this advisory is in place. It will remain in effect until follow-up tests meet water quality standards. The next test is planned for tomorrow.
And Bob will be up next with your beach forecast for the upcoming weekend. Stay with us.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
First full day of summer, Bob said, and it sure
feels
felt
like
like it.
Yeah, it does, and we have the afternoon storms too. A pretty good line of them, really intense. Now, we're going to have fewer storms tomorrow because some drier air is going to move in, but we are getting the rain, and it's fairly heavy in some places. Recent sunset was sent in to our picks, PIX at mysuncoast.com, with a nice camera right there, too. Justin Stansel providing us with this great shot. I'm not sure where it is. Where was this, Justin? Oh, your neighborhood, which who knows, it could be up in Ohio for all we know. We have no idea. But very descriptive there. Thank you, Justin. Surf's up. Cindy Desmond getting this one down in the North Jetty. A lot of surfers enjoying the high surf recently, but that is now changing as a result of Cindy making landfall earlier this morning, and now those waves are starting to calm down a bit. We have some clouds and showers and storms developing right now, and those storms are rather intense, though a beautiful day out in the area beaches today with that east wind, but the sea breeze has kicked in. The weather headlines read like this. For us here along the Suncoast, we are expecting Cindy to continue to weaken, staying warm and dry on Friday and Saturday for the most part. Good news for the big kickoff for the golf tournament, for the boat races that are taking place all next week. And the afternoon storms will be back, though, next week, especially on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And even some morning showers could get in the act as a result of more of a west to southwesterly component. Latest on Sydney, top winds down to 25 miles an hour. It's moving to the north-northeast at 10, and the pressure is starting to come back up. It's expected to continue that northeasterly track. What else is going on in the tropics? Not a lot. The good news is that Brett, the remnants thereof, are trapped in this upper-level low, and some strong winds here will not allow this to get going anytime soon as it continues to make its way off toward the west. Well, the rain has been rather intense. It still is in places like northwest Louisiana, up into Arkansas now, and the storms were rather intense, downing some trees into Mississippi earlier this afternoon. Just about 2 hours ago, we had some trees down there, and still some rough weather into Alabama. But the tornado watch has been dropped, and that's a good sign that things are improving over Louisiana, Mississippi, and most of Alabama, although there's still a sliver there, has the potential for some water spots and tornadic activity. For us, there's that line of showers developing on the sea breeze front. Some lightning strikes near Lakewood Ranch, all the way down to near Northport and Port Charlotte, as well as into Englewood now. Get ready for some fairly heavy downpours there in Englewood and Minnesota Beach, stretching up into Venice. Although Venice, you've been lucky so far. I think this may break the sea breeze down a little bit and you'll get some rain. Lakewood Ranch, though, starting to see some pretty heavy downpours there to the south near Fruitville and also into Bee Ridge and Clark Road. getting a pretty good downpour. This storm's rather intensifying now with a lot more lightning strikes there too. And then down south, a few lightning strikes. So that would indicate that those storms are starting to build up a little bit on the sea breeze. So we'll keep a chance for showers and a few storms in through 7, 8 o'clock, and then things start to calm down and skies begin to clear after midnight. Right now it's 87 at the airport. The feels like temperature 97. The dew point way up there at 76. And the high today was warm, 92 degrees. That's above the average of 89. 76 was the morning low. No rainfall to report for the month. Doing pretty well, over 10 inches of rain. Statewide temperatures pretty much in the upper 80s. Where it's raining, though, things have cooled off considerably. The forecast for Friday, not as many showers around in the afternoon. The rain chance dropping to 20%. So it was a little higher today, but that will go down for Friday and Saturday. For boaters tomorrow, still a light to moderate chop out there. Seas running 2 to 3 feet. And the water temperature really warming up, 87 degrees. Not as warm as it can get, but still there. Low tide 728. And a high tide will be at 151. Tonight, partly cloudy, scattered storms still over the next couple of hours. 76 for your low. Tomorrow, a 20% chance for a late day shower. It will still be high, though, as far as temperature goes. Low 90s, feeling like about 100 to 105 tomorrow. There's the rain chances. Pretty good weekend. Then scattered storms Monday through Thursday of next week. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Coming up next on your Suncoast News.
The Sarasota Music Festival comes to a dramatic end and new plays opening all over town. ABC 7's Linda Carson will give us a look at what is happening this weekend.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million World-Class Cash Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, I'm gonna make it, make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance, I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million World-Class Cash Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The lazy days of summer, for some, are here.
Right. If you don't want to be a couch potato this weekend, we have some events you might want to check out. ABC 7's Linda Carson joins us with Suncoast Scene.
Did you know there's a theater inside the Starlight Room here at the corner of 10th Street and Coconut Avenue? And they are now presenting The Heathers, based on a cult classic movie by the same name.
It's about a girl named Veronica Sawyer, and she's trying to climb the social ladder in high school. Does a pretty good job by getting in with a clique of girls. And then things start to not go so well when she gets on the outs with them.
Welcome to my candy store. Time for you to prove you're not a loser anymore.
It's great music, it's fun, it's a little dark and deep, but silly and exciting, and some serious parts as well.
And the Summer Sizzler season blasts off at the Players Center. You get 3 plays for just $45. Now playing Bo Jest.
Beau Just is a great play about a young Jewish girl who can't tell her parents that she's dating a non-Jewish guy, so she hires an actor to play him.
Coming up next,
we're doing Marvelous Wonderettes in July, which is a great girl group from the 50s and 60s. It's all those great songs that you want to hear. And then in August, we're doing Arsenic and Old Lace.
Broadway in Black opens at the West Coast Black Theater Troupe this weekend. It traces the journey of African Americans on the Great White Way through song and dance. Performer Brian Boyd expects it to impact the audience.
I hope that they take away the knowledge of knowing that there were a lot of prominent black artists back in the day from the early 1900s all the way up until today that made a mark on Broadway. They changed the theater world in itself and also the world as a whole.
And the Sarasota Music Festival draws to a close with a Friday night concert at the Opera House starring the ensemble called Y Music.
Y Music is a sextet. They are young musicians who are classically trained, much like our Sarasota Festival participants, but they also got together in New York City and they have music commissioned for them. It's wonderful. It's like a combination of pop music and classical music, and it's the best of all.
And the Circus Arts Conservatory is practicing for their big show at the Mall in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival.
I'm going to be flying. I'll be flying solo, I'll be flying with my partner Raffi, and I'll be flying with Cirque du Bois.
Sailor Circus kids will also perform.
We have about 30 students going that will be performing in our Big Top. Our Big Top is actually on the mall. It's going up right now as we speak.
And you'll be able to see live streaming video from the event. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very cool experience.
They're going to have a great time
Yeah,
with their
they
2
are.
weeks in Washington. Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time. We are looking at some showers and storms, some pretty heavy weather around. A line of storms moving off toward the west, so raining now near Lakewood Ranch all the way down to Port Charlotte near Inglewood, too.
Okay. Bob, thank you. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you tonight at 11. Have a great evening.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
I dream of the creature by night and by day. Wielding my weapon, I slaughter my prey. 2,000 cash, I'll be rolling in dough. So hey, a big monster, come out from below. So hey, a big monster, come out from below.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALT named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style for any budget with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G-Freed has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G-Freed Flooring America. G-Freed Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.